Our real community groups are groups that gather in the midweek to get together, to encourage one another, to dive into the Word together. And right now, during this season, we have been doing a curriculum called Emotionally Healthy Relationships. It's been so good. And we want to hear a little bit from two people this morning, their experience of what emotionally healthy relationships has been like so far. So I want to call up Ricky and also Guillermo. And so we'll have you with that mic here. They're going to share some of their experience with us this morning. Great. So the first question is, here comes Guillermo. The first question is, what has been helpful to you so far in this study?
Yeah, so it's been fun to do. It's a little cheeky sometimes to try to practice the content. Yes. But I tried the temperature check with Kelly, my fiance. I got engaged recently, so yeah. So we sat at a Panera and we practiced and felt really weird about, hey, how do we use this? You know, I've got new information or so forth and so on. So that was interesting. But then I also tried it with a student. I had a student who meets with me regularly at Moody. I teach at Moody. And I just asked him, you know, what are your expectations here? Help me understand what you're expecting from me as a professor, which is what we talked about relatively recently. And so, yeah, I've been able to use it at work as well as use it with my fiance. Shout out to her. I know she's streaming.
Yeah. Right on. Guillermo, what would you add?
I would say that it's helped me become more like transparent as a person because it's helped me with my communication a lot. And so that way I'm able to approach things with someone, or it's also helped me realize things that I do unconsciously, such as like try to read people's minds or assume things without approaching it in a way where like it won't spark an argument. Instead, it's like helped me approach things in a way with the other individual where we could resolve whatever conflict it might be without having to get into an argument and in a lot nicer way.
Right on. Right on. Yes. Last question. Part of the power of these groups is that I believe we have all felt the pang of isolation. And so my last question is this. How has it been connecting with others so far?
Yeah, I think that isolation piece is important. It's I live not far, but also not close to the brook, and so it's always helpful to connect with others from my RC, people that I know, people that I don't. Andy, for instance, Andy Cancela, I don't think he's with us here today, but him and I connected at RC again. We hadn't seen each other all summer, and then now we've been talking a little bit, catching up on sports. He loves LeBron. I can't stand him, so it's a good point of conversation, as it were. It also helps that I got a roommate who is in a different RC, so I get to kind of sneak into the camera every once in a while and say hello to another RC, and so it adds some interesting connections. It's a lot of fun that way.
I would say that the people in the RC have made me feel like very welcomed in a way where I feel like I could share anything on my mind. Like I feel comfortable sharing anything that's on my mind. And they've also, I already know a lot of people in the church, but it's helped me find things out that I didn't know before, which helps me find different perspectives on whatever we might be learning that day. And I've also been able to get to know people who I didn't know before, which is very nice because now I'm glad I know them.
Right on. Thank you both so much for sharing. So, and let me just add this. If you're not yet connected to a real community, it's not too late. It's not too late. So you can register for one online, or you can reach out to Pastor Jeremy or myself, and we can help you get plugged in.